Hey guys, so this is part 2 of my cognitive dissonance video. And okay, that was weird. And I'm just gonna go ahead and read this comment. Uh, I was going and reading this comment by Mean Queen Joe, and she's the one that said some silly stuff. So here we go. I really don't think slavery in America was the most brutal. I've studied American history, and some were more disturbing, like the Spanish over the Native Americans. Now, it really doesn't matter which one was more disturbing or which one was more brutal, because you know um, you have to realize that these people were grown men and grown women that had families, and just because they're living in a house, the same house as their master, and they're eating the same food as their master, doesn't make it less brutal or you know more better. If anything, it just makes it a different kind of psychological brutality. Okay, and then she goes on to say, like the Spanish over the Native Americans. If you ask the Native Americans how they feel about that, I'm sure they would say it was a little more than disturbing. I don't know much about African history, obviously not, but then she goes on to say that there are some pretty awful things that happen over there to this day, especially to women: rape, torture, maiming, noses cut off, outcasted, and whatever. Um, I have actually had the opportunity of being friends with, someone from the motherland of Africa, and I will have you know that, as an ancient African tradition, has nothing to do with demeaning or degrading or raping women. That is a part of the Islamic religion and faith. Um, you know, the Dogons and Kemetic science teaches us that women were regarded just as much as men, if not more. You have the queen mothers of Dogon, and in many places in West Africa, and you even have women who were pharaohs, like Nefertiti, considered women who were gods of the land, the gods of the land. They were women. Like this, like I woke up like this, like that. Okay, so you know um you know do some research, Mean Queen Joe. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, do a little research before you start to judge people and talk about all these other things that we're not talking about. Okay, now we're not saying, okay, now she goes on to say that she works with young kids and blah 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 blah. And then she goes on to say that, um, push on to them. I saw. I understand that there is still racism against African Americans in the United States, and I see as more of one stereotype problem out of many. And I feel too many people who grow up with African American families are taught that white people are evil and should be punished. Now I don't understand how she went from all children are precious to African American people teach